So what's
She just.
Oh, we gotta take her downtown.
What is it? Oh, mom has no idea. Daughter and wife hiding a spotty soup. It's crazy.
I gotta look at exactly what the warrant is for, and then we'll go from there.
Police are at the home of 30-year-old Sarah Buzzard, and her mother has no idea that detectives are moments away from interrogating her daughter about the mysterious disappearance of former roommate Ryan Zimmerman.
I was angry and really choked. I did the dumbest thing like that. I realized I ruined my life.
5 months after Ryan was reported missing, a hitchhiker made a horrifying discovery.
But I was just out walking my dog, and I came across some bones that look to me to be human. Maybe they're not. But I was wondering if I could send those pictures to you or email them to you.
This woman had no idea that the daughter she was housing, along with her daughter's friend, were involved in a brutal murder case. And even more shocking, Ryan's death wouldn't be the last tragedy connected to this case.
You're going to be booked into their...
Whoa. Hey, drop it! Drop it! Drop it!
You two with the bro.
Reciprocating hostility.
On January 3rd, 2016, a resident of Mercer County placed a 911 call after making a harrowing discovery.
Mercer County Sheriff's Office.
Yes, I may be just totally off my rocker, but I was just out walking my dog, and I came across some bones that look to me to be human. Maybe they're not. But I was wondering if I could send those pictures to you or email them to you.
Okay, where did you find this at, ma'am?
Right on Coldwater Creek. I was over walking my dog, right where they're doing the construction, right there.
Okay, I don't know where that is, ma'am. Where exactly?
Right on 127.
Mark and Katie, I am near Grand Lake St. Mary's here in Mercer County, where just days ago, someone walking in the area found bones believed to be human. Now, at this time, investigators are searching the grounds to see if they can find any more remains. The bones have yet to be confirmed human. Authorities say the bones were found Sunday afternoon. The following day, they were taken to Montgomery County Coroner's Office to be examined.
As officers from the Mercer County Sheriff's Office arrived on the scene, they had no idea that this grim discovery would connect to a missing persons case in a neighboring county. A forensics expert examined the remains more closely and was able to determine that they were
ASMR.
of a male around 20 to 35 years of age who was between 5'7" and 6'1" inches tall. But a more accurate identification and was able to determine that they were of a male around 20 to 35 years of age who was
35. I heard. That's still a wide age range, no?
between 5'7" and 6'1" inches tall. But a more accurate identification proved impossible, because the head was missing, as well as the arms below the elbow and the legs below the knees. As if all of this wasn't bad enough, the victim had been brutally dismembered with a saw. The investigators knew that the body had been exposed to the elements for around the last 4 months, which gave the Mercer County Sheriff's Office a timeline to work with. But despite their best efforts, they weren't able to identify the remains. And after 4 long years, it was looking like the case might remain on a pile of cold cases, never to be solved. What investigators couldn't have known was that the discovery in 2016, at that time, was connected to a missing persons case that had been reported months earlier, more than 100 miles away in Columbus, Ohio. It all began over 4 years ago, in 2015. 21-year-old Ryan Zimmerman was exploring more about his identity, and he often reached out to people online, sometimes referring to himself as M or Emma. Through these interactions, he met Corey Buzzard, and the two quickly formed a connection. Corey told Ryan that he lived with his wife, Sarah Buzzard, and Sarah's girlfriend, Naira Jen Whitaker. By August 6, 2015, Ryan had moved into Corey and Sarah's home in Columbus. For Ryan, it felt like he had finally found the kind of life and community that he wanted. He also bonded with Jen, and for a short time, things seemed to be falling into place. But for reasons that no one would fully understand, Ryan decided to move out. In the early hours of September 25, 2015, at 1:20 a.m., he contacted his family. That would be the last time that anyone ever heard from him. As the days stretched into weeks and then months with no word, Ryan's family grew increasingly desperate, finally filing a missing persons report on November 17, 2015. But it would take 4 agonizing years before the family would finally get the answer to the harrowing truth about what had happened to Ryan.
After nearly 40 years, a family is getting closer to closure. Earlier today, the Mercer County Sheriff's Department in Ohio released the identity of human remains found back on January 3rd, 2016. The victim, 22-year-old Ryan Zimmerman.
In 2020, when investigators finally confirmed that the remains belonged to Ryan, one of them sat down with his father to deliver the devastating news.
It doesn't appear that he had been.
All I'm saying is, when it comes down to the nigga gritty, you're a female or a male. There is no make believe in that. So,
Buried there or anything like that. It seems more like he was placed there. We did not find portions of him being the lower portions of the legs, the lower portions of the arms, or the skull. There was apparent saw marks, okay?
What marks?
Saw.
Oh, saw. Right.
When he was
it's like that? You telling this like that over the phone, dog?
found, it was basically skeletal remains.
Man, what does it sound like? Gangland or some kind of sick trafficking or what the hell? I mean, who would do something like that?
Those are all questions that we are hoping to try to get some answers for Ryan and for your family. Okay, we've been in contact with Detective Tucker of the Columbus Police Department, who was assigned.
Yes, I know her.
Okay, so we've been in contact with her already, and we're going to do our best to work a joint investigation. Obviously we understand there's some circumstances there in Columbus with the vehicle that had been located abandoned.
Although Ryan was last heard from on September 25th, 2015, activity was recorded on his Gmail account 2 days later. A search for how to reset ASUS tablet. Things took an even stranger turn on September 27th, when Ryan's red Ford Focus was found abandoned at Woodrow and Champion Avenue in Columbus. The car's license plates had been removed, but no explanation for this was ever found. Then, on October 7th, Ryan's cash card was declined at an ATM. If he had still been alive at that point, why hadn't he contacted his family? To move the case forward, investigators needed to speak with the people who had last seen Ryan alive. With help from his family and friends, police tracked down his former roommates, Sarah Buzzard, Corey Buzzard, and Jen Whitaker. Detectives soon learned that Corey and Sarah had separated not long after Ryan's disappearance, finalizing their split on January 4th, 2016.
That's weird.
Behind the scenes, Sarah had grown closer to Jen, and just weeks later, on January 26th, the two were married. Shortly after, they left Columbus and they resettled in Marion, Indiana.
I don't know where she's...
Hello, police department. Looking for Sarah.
It's just like this.
Come step out for me.
It's a bad image in
sorry I had to wake you.
community, in that type of community.
Well, I think you got a warrant.
What?
It's out of Ohio, I think. It's a theft warrant.
How she dressed. You hear a knock on your door, at least put something on.
Please.
Okay.
Alright, so we have to take care of you.
She
002, I've got her up front.
Like,
alright, so go ahead and turn around, put your hands on your back for me. Is anybody else in the house with you?
Who else is inside with you?
My mother and my wife.
Okay. I just saw someone walking in the back door.
The older woman would be my mother. My wife is still asleep.
So there's 2 other people in the house?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't want to sound nervous, but do you have any weapons or anything in the house upstairs that I need to worry about?
Just don't. I don't want them coming out with the gun or anything like.
Sarah told the officers that her mother and Jen were inside the house, and soon both of them came out to join her on the porch. But before we continue, let's talk about something that's been bothering us.
What?
You ever notice the Columbia
Information. Okay. Is this a jacket?
Where's yours going to the police precinct? I don't know.
This a shirt? I don't know.
This is step in the
Okay.
back.
Okay. You just want to help, what? I think that shirt will be okay. This isn't going to really cover much more. Is this jacket? Okay.
What the hell's that?
We're going to have to put that on. Or just throw it over her shoulders. That'll be fine. I don't think we need this. Thank you. Well. So
they tell you what is
I got to go down and get a copy of it. And then she'll be able to do it.
give her wallet or the person can show it or I need something like that. You need a drink? Okay, sit up. So I go with
Poor
her.
lady,
She has to
man.
be on.
Jen, you can't go. You know, she said she's an adult.
It's just my
different. I understand.
My
It'd be different if she was a juvenile or something like that, but she's an adult. I'll have to check through that before we take it in.
Do you want your whole purse or just your clutch? Just the wallet.
That's it.
It seemed that the moment had gotten the better of Sarah, who appeared to come over as a little nauseous.
You all right?
I'm just really lightheaded.
Have you been sick?
No.
Stop acting.
So I just wait up
Push
until
those.
you get up and shop.
Just want to relax for a minute or two and before we get up?
Got mental issues.
Yeah.
That girl got mental issues.
I don't think so. We are a good family, but maybe when she move it, you know. You understood. Just a little bit.
Okay. So what's going to happen?
Well, we gotta take her downtown. I gotta look at exactly what the warrant is for, and then we'll go from there. So I can. It's through Ohio, so they sent us over here. So others sent the warrant over here. So yeah, that happens. We get them from out of state all the time.
You know what I mean?
If they'll extradite, then they'll extradite.
And as soon as Sarah was able to stand, she was taken down to the station for further questioning.
Okay, and where did you live at when you were in Columbus?
I lived at a few different places.
Okay.
All of them were apartments.
Okay, and did you
It's L on L crime.
have a roommate?
My husband at the time.
Okay, and that would have been
His name was Corey.
Okay. And when did you get married? You said husband at the time?
After graduating high school.
Okay.
And before starting college.
Okay. And he moved there for college as well? Or?
Yes.
Okay. And was there, you said in an apartment, I know sometimes going to college it can cause for some tough times with finances and things too. Did you ever bring any roommates in, anything like that?
At my very last apartment, we had I don't know if they were officially written on the lease, but they were a friend of Corey's.
Okay.
And were there for a few months. I don't remember exactly how long. I didn't have much to do with them.
Okay. And who would the friend have been?
I don't remember what their real name was, but we referred to them as Emma.
Okay. Could it have been Ryan?
Possibly.
I mean, you're married to one of them.
Okay. And that's a little bit about why we're here. Is to talk about Emma, also known as Ryan Zimmerman. He went missing. Are you familiar with any of that?
No.
Okay. So I guess tell me what you know about Ryan. Or Emma, if you know him as Emma.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's a little bit of a touchy subject. My husband at the time had sexual interests. They had talked online extensively, and he had invited them to come stay with us, which I did not want to happen, but
maybe to one of them, guy. Like,
long story short, it did. So they drove under the agreement that they would pay part of the rent, and within,
who's they?
I think I gave them 3 months that they would find a job and find their own place, which did not happen.
Confused. Wasn't Jen already there? Probably not. Probably at the same
So
time.
Corey ended up asking him to leave, which he did because I guess he found a new boyfriend or something and just up and left one day, and we didn't hear anything from them again.
Sarah explains that Ryan's
I'm confused. Is it them? What's going on?
not being able to find a job was a concerning factor for them. And Corey
Picked a great name, but your voice doesn't quite match it?
We have a fix.
VoiceMod gives you over 150 lag-free, real-time voice changers and unlimited...
Corey felt that he had no other choice but to ask Ryan to leave.
Of that, but were you there whenever Emma did leave?
Somewhat.
Okay, tell me more about that.
I know that they had tried to plead with me to give them another chance, but I said that I'd already given too many chances.
Her husband and Ryan.
And that it was Corey's
Getting confused, my guy. I don't know how to handle this.
call ultimately. And I remember them packing, and either I went to the store, I was in a different room, I don't remember,
Who was them?
I can't quite remember.
Who was all home at that time?
I was, Corey was not, and then my girlfriend was over, so we might have been in the living room. I honestly, I don't remember.
Okay.
I just know that 1 minute Emma was there, and then the next he had just left.
Okay. Did you see him leave? Like pull away in a vehicle or something?
Somebody pulled up, and he got in the car and drove off. I thought that he might come back because he did leave his car, but he didn't come back, and then we didn't hear from him again.
Do you happen to know who it would have been? I mean, did he make contacts there?
He said that he did find somebody else. I didn't get in much details with him, but he said that he met someone and had mentioned that he might move in with them, or at least see how things went. That's as far as I know.
Did he leave with you said he packed some things. Did he leave with a bag?
Yeah, the suitcase or duffel or whatever he came with.
Okay, and then he left his car?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What kind of car did he have, or what color or anything like that? Do you remember?
I know it was an older car, maybe a dark red, like a maroon.
Okay.
That's all I can remember.
Have you ever ridden in it?
Yes.
Okay. Had you ever driven it?
Yes.
Okay. To the store or something, or when did you drive it?
To a gas station. And
it's a community.
I couldn't get it to start
crime.
again, so I had to call a tow company to bring it back. But I was embarrassed about it because I didn't really have permission to drive it.
So did you drive it while he was still living there?
No, this was after he'd left.
After he'd left. Okay. And how did you get it started in the first place? If you want,
it started fine. I noticed that it was low on gas, so I went to the gas station, filled it up, and then I couldn't get it to start again.
Okay. Were you by yourself during this?
My girlfriend was with me.
Okay.
While Sarah spoke with the detectives at the station, investigators back at her residence spoke with Jen about Ryan.
Okay, we have a search warrant for the residence too. Okay, so we're not stepping outside. We're working a missing persons case from Ohio. The Ohio Attorney General's office has a task force with missing persons. And Ryan Zimmerman lived with you guys in Columbus in 2015 with you and Sarah and Corey, September 2015, right? And he's missing. And you guys were like the last people to see him. So we're trying to figure out where he's at. His dad reported him missing, okay, in 2015. And then we have got evidence that you guys were together in 2015, okay?
Him?
In Columbus, at the apartment. Where were you living at then? In September 2015 in Columbus. You're living with Corey and you're living with Sarah, right?
In 2015.
In 2015, correct. This is 2015.
Was there another person there living with you at that point in time?
Yeah.
That came in? Emma? Yep, that's who we're talking about.
Yeah.
So we need to ask you questions. We're trying to find
out where Ryan Zimmerman is.
But what Sarah had told investigators directly contradicted what Jen was about to tell detectives back at home.
Okay. Did he have a car or anything that he could have left with? Did he take the bus?
Yeah, he had a car.
He left with what?
The car?
His car? What kind of car did he have? Did you ever ride in the car? You were never in his car?
But that's a lie.
I wanted the word cuppa, as in cup of tea, I thought it would be great to mix with hug. When I saw the domain was available, I was like, I'm taking it, I'm trademarking it, I'm going with it. Hi, I'm Aaron, I'm the...
Investigators now had to determine who was telling the truth. Sarah's claim that she had used Ryan's vehicle wasn't impossible, but Jen's conflicting account immediately raised red flags. By the way, if you're finding this video interesting so far, please do us a favor. Make sure to hit like and subscribe and help us get to 1 million subscribers.
Well, I mean...
Now, let's dive back in.
And then the wrecker came to get it? You said that you got a wrecker?
I called a tow company to bring the car back to the apartment.
Okay. So did you see this tow company?
Yes, I rode in the truck with them.
Okay. And then you all brought it back to the...
Bro, he stretched his head. Me too, gang. I don't know what's going on. I'm so confused. What's the they, them, he, she, her, Emma.
Apartment then, or... Okay. Parked it like normal?
No.
How is she keeping track? I'll be writing them.
I parked it on the side, because I said I was embarrassed that I took the car without permission. So I parked it over at the side of the complex.
Was it within the complex, or was it like parked on the outside street?
No, it was within the complex.
Okay, so like your apartment, they're like townhouses, kind of like connected, right? Okay, so you parked it close enough to your apartment that you could walk, or was it around the block? Like, was it?
No, it was close enough that we could walk.
Okay, like a town block, or was it a half a mile away? Or
no, it was. So the townhouses were in rows.
Yes.
And the whole complex was surrounded by like a street block.
Yeah.
So I parked it on the street block. That was still part of the complex, but further off to the side.
Okay. But it was within the complex. Okay. So I guess when the tow truck or what have you dropped it there, took the keys in with you? Anything like that? I'm assuming you had to have the keys.
Yeah, I had the keys. I would assume I took them in with me. I don't actually remember though.
Okay. Had plates and everything on it. I mean, obviously you probably wouldn't have drove it down the street if it didn't have the plates. Right. Okay. And so it was parked there. Had you driven it since then or after that?
Mm-mm.
Okay. Did he come back to get it?
Mm-mm.
Okay. Do you know anything that happened to it then?
I know that it disappeared. I don't know what happened to it though. I know I went out to check on it again and I didn't see that it was there.
Okay.
So I don't know if he came back to get it, if it happened while I was gone. I'm not sure.
If Sarah had left Ryan's car with its license plate still attached, well then who had removed them before it was towed? Ryan's father had also observed more discrepancies when the car was discovered.
What I could tell you about the vehicle is, he went missing in September, and I didn't know until October when I received, of 2015, I received a certified letter in the mail saying that my car's been impounded in Columbus by the Columbus Police Department. Well, I went up there and got the car out of impound, and it had a full tank of gas. The key was in the ignition. And the only thing that was gone was the license plate was missing. It's a Kentucky license plate. Well, when I got it out of impound, they gave me a copy of the ticket, and I still have that. I could bring that with me, or I could fax it to you. Of the location. It was right in the intersection, like a block and a half from where the apartments where he was staying. Well, before I came back to Corbin, I started asking around. I went to that location where the car was picked up by the towing, by the tow company, or by the police towing. And I started knocking on doors around there. It's like a T section. It's not a four-way. And two of the neighbors remember what happened. And they said, yeah, there was a black tow truck, not one of the newer ones. It's like one of the old ones with the straps in the back. They said dropped it off. They stopped in the middle of the intersection. They dropped the car off there and left. There was a guy, a white couple, a guy and a female. Dropped the car off there, and about a half hour later, the Columbus Police Department came and wrote the ticket up and had the vehicle towed.
Okay.
I'm thinking, why would somebody, it was like they wanted it to get picked up. And I called the tow company from the apartment she was living at, because that's where I imagine it was parked at. And they said no, they have their name on the side of their vehicles, and they would never drop a vehicle off in the middle of the road. But so it sounded just like some random somebody with a tow truck just dropped it off there, like on purpose to get picked up.
The discovery only raised more questions, and Sarah offered little that could help the detectives make sense of what happened.
Yeah. Diamonds.
Taxes is feeling unwelcome. Now Taxes is an open door to new TurboTax stores. Meet our experts. They do your taxes, so you can walk out with confidence. Now this is Taxes.
So a day or two after Ryan leaves, you take his car. And you said you had no problem starting it? Mm-hmm. Okay. Was it parked in the parking lot? Mm-hmm. And you said it had license plates on it, otherwise you wouldn't be driving it, right?
Right.
Okay. And you drove it to the gas station because it needed gas? Mm-hmm. And then you couldn't get it started?
Right.
Okay. So then you got a tow truck, and it dropped it off on the side street. Tell me a little bit about that. Why you had a car of your own, right? So you said that you thought it would be fun to drive somebody else's car. Okay. And how long after that did you realize it was gone?
I think it took me a few days because I don't really look over at that area.
But you don't believe Ryan came back and got it, or you didn't know?
I honestly don't know.
Because you said earlier that you didn't believe, you said Ryan didn't come back to get his car.
I mean, I don't think the only way that he could have come back to get the car is if he did it when I was gone, and then Corey was there so he could get his keys.
Yeah, but that's another question. To explain the key ring to me. So, do you find it odd that Ryan now is leaving for good? Right, he's leaving for good, and he would leave his car keys behind?
That's why I thought he was going to come back for the car.
When investigators approached Corey for information, they encountered a potential witness who seemed hesitant to speak.
You're not in any trouble. I don't have an arrest warrant, nothing like that, Corey, okay? We just want to talk with you because your name was brought up as a witness in a case somewhere. A homicide.
Homicide?
A homicide.
I don't recall witnessing any homicides.
Okay. Well, then it shouldn't take very long. You know what I mean? Well, like I said, we just want to talk.
Race does not match.
I just don't like standing at people's doorways talking. I don't know if you have 10 people in there. You know, that's just an officer safety thing.
No.
So.
Can you give me some information about the case so that I know if I can help you or not?
We will. We will. We will. We'll explain all that.
Shantae is already there.
She's heading there. She's in the car with another detective right now. Because your work's not her work is not exactly next door. So it's going to take them just a little bit to get there. Okay.
Okay.
While Corey was being interviewed, another person of interest was questioned. Someone who could potentially clear him of any involvement in Ryan Zimmerman's case. Investigators learned that around the time that Ryan had vanished, Corey had checked into a hotel with a friend visiting from Athens. The two stayed there from September 25th until September 27th, the same period when Ryan went missing and his car was later towed. This timing was suspicious, but ultimately Corey was ruled out. Evidence confirmed that he had no connection to Ryan's disappearance or murder, and he was released. Sarah and Jen wouldn't be as fortunate. Investigators were about to confront them with evidence that directly contradicted their stories, evidence they would struggle to explain.
And that's when the big boss said, "Nah, I'm lead detective now. You got your homie, and you lied to your homie. Now we're coming in straight with y'all."
Major inconsistencies about this with your involvement with Ryan, and you know Ryan is now deceased.
He is.
He's been murdered, and
he is.
So we have Corey is talking to the Columbus police detectives right now. We just get off the phone with them, so we need to know. I need to know, like, really what happened here. I mean, this is a bad situation. We really need to know what happened. With the car, we have DNA evidence. We're able to track down your car, the one that you used to own, the time of this incident. We were able to track down the car owner, and we're able to examine it. So we have something happened in that apartment over this weekend that we're talking about, which is the weekend that you recall, the weekend that you dropped Corey off with that girl in Columbus. Do you remember that?
I remember it was a weekend.
Yeah, it was a weekend. And so we have major problem here, okay? And something terrible happened, and we just need to know how it happened. It's not necessarily, it could have been something that just happened, but there's only a few people who know the truth. Corey's talking and gave us a bunch of details. It's not fair to me to go into those details with you, what he's telling me, because it's only fair that I hear from you. Okay, So you're going to have to tell me your version of this and to see if it matches up with the evidence we have, because something is terribly wrong here.
Meanwhile, the investigators dropped a similar bombshell on Jen.
Before, when you said you guys were never in the car, you and Sarah were never in the car, right? It's not totally truthful, is it?
I don't remember ever being in that car.
You and Sarah were in the car at one point, and you had to fill it up with gas.
Another one bites the
I'm
dust.
sorry. This is my phone.
Another one bites the dust.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
That's all right. No, I won't take your phone.
Sorry.
This is mine.
I'm sorry.
So you weren't being truthful on that because you guys were in the car. Okay. So what? Tell us about that, please.
I don't remember having been in the car.
Okay, don't forget, we have other people talking.
Sarah's
The
talking.
other players. Sarah's talking.
right now. Sarah's talking right now.
Okay.
And that's who just called me.
Okay.
So I'm trying to figure out your end. When were you in the car and what happened? And don't beat around the bush. If you were in the car, you would know you were in the car. You would know where you were, what you were doing, what happened, because you two were together. So please, I mean, Sarah's already owning up to some of the stuff. Okay?
She really.
She is.
She really. There's no way she
She said you guys were in the car. She's talking, right? And part of it is you two were in the car. We need you to tell us your version when you guys were in the car. And what happened. Because something, and I can't tell you this information, but you know that she's speaking for me to give this information to you, that we know that you two were in the car. Now, how would we know that?
Investigators began playing the suspects against each other, carefully revealing bits of what the others had said, hoping that the pressure would push Sarah or Jen to finally tell the truth.
When you've got a classic ride,
I mean, they did a snitch because they don't know the game like that, you heard?
Corey's given a whole nother version of what you just said. Please tell me the truth.
I'm not comfortable talking about this.
We have a young...
Was it an accident?
Yeah.
I don't know what was an accident.
With Ryan.
I didn't even know that he was dead.
Sarah, come on.
Oh, the pictures.
Sarah, please. Well, you can talk to us. I just want the truth.
Yeah,
I don't think
we don't think this was a planned thing. Okay, we think something just went terribly wrong. Okay, maybe got a little out of hand. And it happened. Okay?
I mean, Sarah, you have been arrested for a reason.
I thought I was arrested for sex.
No, that's not true. I don't know who said that, but that's not true.
That's what the policeman said.
Yeah, well, they're from another state. They're helping us because you folks live here now. We're obviously from Ohio. I'm with the state police, basically. And all I'm asking of you, and you seem like you're a very intelligent person. I just want the truth, though. And these things are not adding up. And I don't want to see you, like everybody pointing at you. Not everybody, but a particular person is pointing at you, basically not wanting anything to do with it, saying it was somebody else. And again, it would be not ethical of me to tell you what Corey's saying, but I need to know what happened that over that weekend with him.
We always know there's two sides to every story.
Always.
So this is your opportunity to give your side, okay? Now's your chance to...
Just the truth.
Start from the beginning.
I don't want to say
As
anything.
questioning went on, Sarah grew increasingly uneasy. while Jen, back at home, firmly denied ever being in Ryan's vehicle. But investigators had evidence to challenge them, proof that someone was either lying or just had a very bad memory.
When did you guys get in the car?
I don't know. If I was in it, then I don't know. I don't remember.
You two were in it together.
Okay.
So fill us in about that. I mean,
We're in the car.
Okay, but what do you say?
That I don't remember, honestly. I don't think I was in that car.
what happened when you were in the car? Because this is huge. We're refreshing a lot of memory right now. You're going to know where you guys were going and what you were doing, right? And what happened.
I don't remember much of what I was doing in 2015.
And why is that?
Most of my life is just escapism.
What?
Escaping from?
Just reality.
Oh my, I knew it.
Unfortunately, we're here. We are reality, and we need you to help us out with the reality.
She's gonna play. She's gonna play. She's gonna play that card. Of course she is. She's gonna play that card, and you're gonna be sad.
So the car. Where were you guys at when you got in the car? Where'd you guys go?
That's the only car she has.
And something happened, right?
I don't remember the car.
What color of the car did Ryan have, or Emma have?
I don't know.
You've never seen this car before? It was parked outside your apartment. You guys were in it.
I'm sure I've seen it before.
Okay. Well, let's just start with the color. Help jog your memory.
I don't know. I don't know.
What happened when you guys were in Emma's car?
I don't remember being in the car.
What the hell, man?
Okay, you're in the car.
Okay, but I don't remember being in the car. If Sarah said we were in the car, then we were in the car.
So if Sarah tells them that she needs your help and you help cut up
Yo, bro, this audio, bro.
then that's what happened.
No.
Although Jen continued to stonewall investigators, they began making progress with Sarah. She was on the verge of revealing what had really happened to Ryan Zimmerman. And what she told police would set off a chain of events that led to the discovery of yet another victim in this case.
Look at me. You're the type of person I think that you are an honest person.
Well, they switched
Are
back.
you not?
I bet.
I try to be. Okay. We're just asking for the truth. And if was this something that was planned? That happened? Or was this just, oh my gosh, holy cow, this happened and now this is where we're at? Is this, you didn't plan this. Look at me, is that correct?
Okay.
Just tell me what happened. I just want to hear it from you. I don't want to just have everything from everybody else. Go ahead and start from the beginning, okay? It was an accident. Okay. It was an accident. Accidents happen every day.
What was the accident?
So what happened? And I'm a little hard of hearing, so I'm sorry. I was angry. Okay, I get angry too. And I knocked him down when he came out of the bathroom.
Okay. We're getting somewhere?
And I didn't know what to do. I've never done anything like that. And I got scared to know what to do. You were scared. I realized I ruined my life. So tell me more about you knocked him down. He was coming out of the bathroom and I came up behind him. And I put him in a chokehold and knocked him down.
Why though? What happened?
Did he pass out? Were there words exchanged?
He passed out. Okay. Took and I didn't let go. Mm-hmm. And then it was too late. Tell me more about too late. Could you tell if he stopped breathing? He started turning white. And I couldn't go near him. Because you were scared. Who was all home at the time? Just Jen. Jen and you and Ryan? Where was Jen at the time? She was downstairs. I'm sorry, I know. I'm sorry, she was downstairs. She was downstairs? Okay. What was she doing, or did she hear the scuffle? Commotion. Okay.
Okay.
Came up.
Okay. And then what happened?
She helped calm me down.
Okay.
And then we had to figure out what to do.
Oh, cause he was out. Okay. He was out.
Can you just spoke about that, or I guess what was decided? Obviously, we know what happened. Okay, you're not telling us something we don't know, and I get it's probably hard to talk about. But these are the details that we need to hear from you. That way, it's not from somebody else.
I had to figure out how to get rid of it.
Oh, no.
So what happened?
Can we cut it up?
We being you and Jen? Was this when Corey was away at the hotel?
Investigators presented the new evidence to Jen, making it clear that her wife was now directly implicating her in murder, dismemberment, and an attempted cover-up. And yet, when pressed, Jen's recollection of the events from 4 years earlier suddenly seemed uncertain.
I don't know. Maybe.
Because that's what they wanted. They had.
I don't know.
I shouldn't use gender neutral for Corey because that's confusing. Corey had triple Corey because
shouldn't use gender neutral because that's
what they wanted. They had.
Thank you.
Use gender neutral for
Thank you. Common sense.
Confusing.
Use names.
Corey had like papers written up about. I forget what he calls it, like a trifecta or perfect relationship. But it involved one man, one woman, and a trans woman.
Okay.
And I didn't want any part of that.
Sure.
I'm assuming that's why they brought M in, but he had shown photos of M, and they looked kind of feminine. But those were selfies, and selfies can look extra flattering.
Mm-hmm.
And it didn't really represent what M looked like.
In person when she came up then?
Photoshop, I think she said.
Okay.
It was just weird. So Corey got really uncomfortable. I don't know what he expected, really. Sorry, I'm very tired.
Wait, Brody wanted to. No, hold on. Corey, Brody, why? You gotta see God. Brody wanted to be fucked while he was fucking. No.
Sorry, I'm fighting just the urge to lie down.
Wait, what? To like, oh, fighting the urge.
What was I saying?
Lie down.
You said that everybody, you mean, back then it's not what everybody thought it was going to be.
The timeline lined up with Ryan's disappearance. His last contact was on September 25th, the same night that Corey checked into a hotel with a friend, leaving Ryan alone with Sarah and Jen.
You got it, bro.
So where did you cut him up at? Bathtub? What did you use?
Some kind of salt.
Where did that come from?
What the?
Shed.
So you each have your own shed there. Okay. Who did the cutting?
Mostly me.
Okay. And what was Jen doing?
Freaking out. No.
Taking care of other stuff like clothes.
Never mind.
Ryan's belongings? Okay. What was she doing with his clothes?
In bags.
Okay. And placing them somewhere, or?
Just for us to get rid of later.
Okay. So you were cutting him up. This probably made things obviously uncomfortable, but when you were cutting him up, where did you put like the limbs and things?
Bags.
Kind of like the ones we showed you? The blue tape. Did you see that blue tape? Would that have been your tape at home, or did you guys go buy that?
I actually don't recognize the tape.
You don't recognize the tape? Okay.
Oh my god.
What color bags, I guess, did you put him in? Did he fit in a couple bags, or have to do...
I know there were a lot of bags.
Okay. And where did you cut him at? And again, this is all stuff I already know. Okay, I just need to hear it straight from you.
Joints.
Joints? Can you point to the, I guess what you mean by joints?
Elbows.
The elbows.
The wrists, ankles, knees.
And then up here? And then okay. So, you get him all cut up. Does Jen help cut him up?
Not really. She wasn't feeling well. She got kind of sick.
Okay.
So I took over most of it.
But did she help a little bit at the beginning? Okay.
We were both really scared.
Sure. So, you got him cut up, then what happens?
You just killed a man.
We had to figure out where to put everything.
So where did you say you put his belongings? Where did those go? Like his clothes and his...
Just in one of the bags.
Okay, and where did those...
We put those in a bin.
Like a dumpster?
No, like a Tupperware bin.
Oh, okay. And where did that go?
In the back of his car.
Okay.
We were going to drive the car somewhere. And leave it. But the car wouldn't start.
Is that why we were searching, trying to figure it out, right? And then how did we get it to move?
We had to take the car back with the tow truck.
So you called it a tow truck? Okay. To come to your apartment?
No, to come to the gas station.
To come to the gas station.
How did you get it to the gas station?
Took the car back, left it on the side, and then we moved the bin to my car.
The bin of his items or of him?
Everything.
Okay.
And we started driving and trying to get rid of little things at a time.
On the road, or is there special spots?
In public dumpsters.
So did you dispose of like his limbs in different spots? Okay. Do you know where those spots are?
We just stopped wherever something looked okay.
Like seemed like secluded or something like that?
Okay, if there's one AI site builder you need to meet, this is Dope Tech from Wix.
Sarah admitted not only strangling Ryan's death at apartment F, but also claimed that Jen was equally complicit. According to her account, the two dismembered Ryan's body and then methodically cleaned up the crime scene. They packed portions of his remains into Tupperware containers and used Sarah's Toyota Corolla to transport them to multiple locations before ultimately disposing of the evidence.
Oh no, they found it. Okay.
Couple gas stations. Mostly just public dumpsters. I really don't know. Do you recall stopping along okay, so you're driving. Do you drive to a final destination at some point? Where is that at? It wasn't planned. I kept falling asleep. Sure. So where do you drive to? Salina, Ohio? Okay. And that's in Mercer County? Do you know that? I know okay. What county is. Are you familiar with Salina? Would you travel through that way? Did you recognize it before traveling? Okay. So you get to Salina, and then what happens? We dumped everything. We dumped the main body. Okay. Because I was so tired. And you dumped it where? Yes. Some woods. Some woods. Okay. Had you already dumped some of the rest of the body?
That's crazy.
That was all we had left. Okay. Just the main body. Okay. Do you recall where you dumped the other parts of the body? Possibly in dumpsters at gas stations? Did you stop at any other woods or creeks or anything? Okay. Did you plug...
So I'm sorry.
Did you plug this in your phone? Like a GPS type thing? I just started driving. I don't remember. Okay. I just know that we started driving. Mm-hmm. I feel like we wanted to maybe end up in Illinois. Just I'm thinking. Sorry, I'm so hard of hearing and I don't want to be rude and keep telling you to speak about yourself.
Write down.
Cool. Keep in this right here. So you were driving. Okay. And got to Salina. And I missed that last part. I'm sorry. You said you were driving in. We wanted to get to Illinois. You wanted to get to Illinois. But I couldn't make it that far. Because you're tired? Okay. Why did you want to get to Illinois? It's far away. Okay. You just wanted to be away from everything.
Meanwhile, investigators informed Jen that Sarah had confessed, giving them everything that was needed to bring her in for questioning. But Jen had other plans. She was prepared to go to extreme lengths in order to avoid arrest. One investigator sensed that something was off, but no one could have predicted what would happen next.
Sure. You don't have any, like, weapons in there, do you? What are you playing with in your purse?
Yes or no?
No. Can I see your other hand? You are going to be placed into custody. I want to, before this gentleman, he's a detective with the City of Marion Police Department. You're going to be booked into their...
That sudden redacted blast was from a firearm. The investigator's instincts had been proven right. Jen had hidden a firearm, and rather than face the consequences of her actions, she used it to take her own life.
I need an ambulance at 520 West Kim Road. 520 West Kim Road for shots fired.
That left Sarah alone to face up to 18 felony charges, including 2 counts of aggravated murder, 2 counts of murder, and 1 count of abuse of a corpse. On December 23, 2021, she pleaded guilty to 1 count of aggravated murder. But Sarah's story didn't end there. On June 1st, 2022, she gave investigators a new account, this time clearly identifying who had been the ringleader in the brutal killing of Ryan Zimmerman.
On the morning of the 26th, Naira started voicing some plan about killing him, and I did not take her seriously because she would make comments like that sometimes. Like if we were in the parking lot and we saw a woman waiting in her car, she would say something like, "Oh, I wonder what would happen if I just shot her in there," or "Oh, I wonder what would happen if we drove this cyclist off the road," and things like that. She never acted on them, so I never took her seriously. So when she started saying things about killing Ryan, I didn't take her seriously.
Did she first say something that morning, or had she said something prior?
She may have made passing comments prior, but nothing major. It was less about murder, more about just violence. but I can't remember. Okay. But if she did, they were short and passed, and then that was it. When I went upstairs at some point during the day to get something out of the office, Ryan had left a note propped up on the staircase banister asking to talk to me, and I really didn't want to talk to him because I just wanted him to go. So then I went back downstairs, and then later on, when I went to use the bathroom, as I was exiting, he stuck his head out of his room and said, "Can I talk to you?" So I finally did. I sat on the floor and listened as he cried and begged me to give him a second chance. He said that Corey hated him and that he I tuned a lot of it out because I knew he just wanted a second chance. But I told him, look, I'm sorry that Corey said that and that he wanted you to leave before your 3-month period, but if that's what he wants, then I'm going to stand by it. Plus, I pointed out, you haven't tried to go to any of your job interviews.
Sarah alleged that Jen had conceived of the entire plan and seemed determined to see it through.
He agreed to it. So then I left, I went back downstairs, and I filled in Naira on what he had told me.
Oh, that's Jen's real name, I guess.
And that's when she went back to fleshing out the plan. I still didn't take her seriously, but I was starting to get worried because of how intricate it was getting. And then when she started gathering tools like trash bags, bleach, the handsaw from the shed, I realized she was serious. So I tried to talk her out of it, calmly at first, and then I started getting a little hysterical. And she told me that if I didn't help, that she was going to do it anyway, and that it was going to be a lot messier and a lot harder to get everything done by herself.
If Sarah was to be believed, she had gone along with Jen's plan in order to permanently remove Ryan from the apartment.
Your hope gone with the breeze.
So she said that she would just give me a small role to play, but she would do most of the heavy work. And usually at this point, the attorneys ask me, well, why did you do it? Why didn't you call the police? Why didn't you kick her out? And it was because I loved her. I knew that she wasn't a good person. I knew that she was kind of borderline sociopathic. She liked to manipulate people, including me early in our relationship, but she was the only person who had been there for me through everything that Corey had put me through. And she was the first person that I actually felt like cared about me. Maybe not so much at this point in our relationship, but later on, she was fiercely loyal to me. And so I didn't want to lose her. So I agreed that I would help. So in the evening, we waited until Ryan went upstairs to use the bathroom, and then we both went into the office. She had a rag that she dipped in bleach, and she had a bottle of vinegar next to her to add to it when the time came, because I guess they had some kind of chemical reaction and released some kind of poisonous gas. I don't really know, but she did the research for it. So when Ryan came out, I was waiting in the doorway of the office, waited until he walked down the hall, and then I jumped on him from behind, put him in a headlock and pulled him down to the floor with my body weight so I could hold him while Naira came and straddled him and then pressed the rag over his face. When he started making these guttural gasping noises, Naira let me get out from under him, and I curled up in the office and cried. I didn't want to look at her or him. I wish that I didn't have to do it, but it was done.
But their plan wasn't finished. With Corey expected home in just a few days, Jen and Sarah had to act quickly to cover their tracks and convince him that nothing sinister had occurred in the apartment while he was away.
I'm horrified, but I'm guessing exhausting work, and I did not work fast enough. Her original idea was to cut up everything, dispose of them, the head.
For the death of Ryan's
face justice on her own.
A woman charged in Mercer County for the death of Ryan Zimmerman back in 2015 has now accepted a plea deal. Sarah Buzzard has accepted a plea deal where she would plead guilty to aggravated murder in exchange for the dismissal of the other charges. An agreed sentence of 30 years to life in prison was also recommended to the court before the plea deal was agreed to.
Sarah was sentenced to life in prison with the possibility of parole after 30 years, finally giving Ryan Zimmerman's family some measure of closure after years of uncertainty.
Keep her over there.
If you found this case shocking, check out my video on the identical twins who nearly got away with murder.
Yo.